listen, man, I'm a sick dude, bro. I done DoorDash Krispy Kreme. That should be illegal.
Yeah, that's
bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, the Krispy Kreme, you should at least have to burn the calories to walk in the building and walk out.
Is that-
Nah, listen, I almost drowned 4 times in my life.
Damn.
Straight up.
How many times you been in the water?
7.
That's a bad ratio, though,
Okay,
bro.
all right.
That's 4 for 7. How?
One time I almost drowned, and they thought I was playing. And I grabbed onto this dude's arm, and I said, bro, help me to the side. He thought I was trying to be gay. Straight up.
How old were you, bro?
I was like 10. And then the lifeguard finally pulled me out, and he put me in the office. He gave me an almond joy. That's the first time I had an almond joy. For exchange of a big old box of that powder, man. They'll teach you how to put your legs behind your head, man. Girl, you looking good in that pantsuit. That's a song about a girl in a pantsuit. That's one of the records I got on the album.
Yeah.
But
That's
it got
okay. That's
avocado
what-
in it.
That's what soap's for.
I haven't used a bar of soap in a good minute.
Why
I
not?
still use a bar of soap?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like it's been
Absolutely.
passed on. There could be residue from the last month. You know what I mean?
Nah, see, you done got it twisted, bro.
Okay, all right. Talk to me.
The bar soap is better than the body wash.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Let me tell you something.
All right.
I'm on the fence. I'm in the middle, literally.
body
We'll
wash-
see.
The body wash the body,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the soap is a material. It materializes on you.
Yeah, the soap's like this force of
okay.
nature that cleans itself, and anything that touches the soap gets clean. Is I think the theory.
So you're saying that body wash is kind of cut. It got that fentanyl in it.
I got a great example.
Talk to me.
So during the pandemic, everybody we were spreading our showers out. Or maybe this might just be me.
I was gonna say.
But I was spreading
gonna say, man, which pandemic was this?
Listen, during the pandemic, bro, we was spreading the showers out like rations, bro. You can't just be showering willy-nilly because you're going to be in the house the next day.
Okay.
And I noticed that the bar soap bath lasts longer than the body wash bath.
Hold on, man. We got it.
Nah, I
we're
don't think-
focusing on the wrong issue here. You're like body wash or soap. What is going on with the no showers during the
I'm
COVID?
saying you got to spread that thing out like rations.
Why?
Because you never know. You didn't know where your water supply was going to come from.
Yeah,
so
you did. It
so
wasn't-
so you're saying, so in that mode, in that time, you're thinking it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
You might want to save everything.
Man,
Water.
COVID. Man, people had COVID. They were turning into zombies, man.
Yeah, I mean,
People tongues were turning purple.
I
I know 3 dudes who had purple tongues. Straight up.
I can't say it's not true. You know what
I mean, I'm willing
And
to say
with
that.
I learned that the body wash shower don't last as long as the soap shower.
Yeah.
Body wash shower,
Oh.
2.5 days. And then after 2.5 days, guess what, man? You got a little smell on you. You put that soap to the sack.
How long can you last? How long can you last off that?
Man, soap in the sack with the bar?
Yeah.
At least 5-6 days.
No, hell no.
I'm telling you, bro.
5 or 6 days. That's.
I'm trying
That's.
to tell y'all something.
That's a 5 days
Y'all
of
gonna
chilling.
keep using that body wash, and then when everybody's tongues go purple again, y'all gonna be out of luck.
Yeah. So you're telling if you're listening to this pod and you're on the fence. I mean, it sounds like we got evidence from a controlled study you were doing in the pandemic. Don't body wash sucks.
Also, I learned in the pandemic that deodorant is a. How can I explain this?
I've been hearing stuff shit about this. Talk to me.
Deodorant. You know how like when you take like a antidepressant, it don't work that first day. You know how Adderall, right?
Okay.
Adderall, you take Adderall, immediately that day it get going.
Yeah.
If you get a Prozac or a Lexapro, it take like 2 or 3 weeks.
It's got to
get
build
it
up in
rolling.
the system. Yeah.
That's how deodorant works. Because let me tell you something.
All right.
When I was when I had tried to go a week without deodorant, I was trying to get one with the earth.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah. That's
Now
brutal.
listen, when you start showering,
Yeah.
first day without no deodorant, it's okay until the end of the day. Second, as the days go on, you start showering, the funk come back faster, bro. So by day 6, I take a shower, I come straight out, I'm still musty, man. Cause the deodorant build up in your system.
It caught up
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Your body adjusts to the deodorant. And it's just like life, bro. You gotta build things up.
Yeah.
Everything ain't a quick fix, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Deodorant teaches you patience.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean,
And listen, get that antiperspirant. You realize
That's what I'm saying.
the
See, I've been
mustard is
hearing
sweat.
about.
Yeah.
We did a podcast with the herbalist, and she was saying that the deodorants and the detergents, all that got
aluminum in it.
it just
and-
got aluminum. Is that the problem?
I mean, that's a metal where you go, that's foil. That's bad. Like, it sounds like the right
But
one.
they said aluminum makes it last.
Yeah, but it also probably like fucks up your
Of course,
pores.
it
and,
gives you
yeah.
cancer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this though, bro. I know people who in their 70s who use regular deodorant, and I'm be honest with you, with the type of food I eat, if I make it to 70, that'll be a scientific miracle.
Yeah, you don't think deodorant is what's going to take you down?
Absolutely not.
But
No.
now you gotta tell me this though, bro. What's the meal? What you been eating? What's the go-to meal?
Quarter pound at McDonald's.
Okay, but tell me
Yeah.
this. What's the go-to DoorDash? You at the hotel, out of town. You
I'm
don't know.
gonna be honest with you, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get that slop bucket
What's the slot bucket?
full of salt, sugar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, bro.
I called a DoorDash man.
Call it the slot bucket.
I called the DoorDash man. I say, hey man, go to the McDonald's and let me get the slot bucket. They go say, huh? Say it again. Say it another time.
Yeah.
Go get the manager.
Don't
They go give
leave
it to
till
me,
they
bro.
give you something.
You feel
you
what I'm
got-
saying?
Damn, Connor, what's your go-to DoorDash?
Oh man, the most boring shit. The only thing I really will like I'll order wings. That's like really the only.
yeah,
I'm not a
yeah,
big DoorDash guy. though.
Really?
Yeah, because it makes
I had
me.
a problem for a minute.
I just feel like an asshole afterwards.
What do you mean?
Like I go like $38 for a guy to take sushi and shake it. You know what I mean? It's always like
I mean, yeah, it's definitely overpriced, but you don't feel like moving.
But here's the thing. If I don't feel like moving and I give into that,
Yeah.
I hate myself. I go, why didn't you just go get this?
Oh, see, I don't even care about it.
No, I know. Well,
I'll
that's-
care
that's-
weeks later when I'm huge or something.
Yeah.
If the doctor says, "Hey, you're about to, you need to
up
slow.
outta here.
Yeah, you're about to die tomorrow."
Let me ask you, do you instinctively feel bad when you do something more convenient? Because I do.
No, because what I do, I lie to
Not at
myself
all.
I lie to myself so well. I'm saying, you're gonna work out tomorrow, bro. You work this shit out tomorrow. You're gonna do 20 sit-ups off top as soon as you wake up. Then you're gonna hit the gym, and then you're gonna fast.
So it's like the worse you are that day, the better you know you're going to be tomorrow.
It's like, how people talk to God when they in danger. They say, God, don't do it to me yet. I'm gonna be a good one. I do myself like that.
I had a set like that recently.
Really?
I was talking to God. Yeah. I was like, I'll do anything to get out of this. Anything to let me do something else.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to God, bro. I'm gonna eat DoorDash, then I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch the Ultimatum, the spinoff of what's the show? With
I don't know, but you were that. If you had kept that going, that was about to be a UFC promo. I mean, you were cutting a promo right there.
But you say you're not feeling bad as a DoorDash.
Man, listen, man, I'm a sick dude, bro. I done DoorDash Krispy Kreme. That should be illegal.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
that's crazy.
Bro, the Krispy Kreme, you should at least have to burn the calories to walk in the building and walk out.
Is that the worst? Is that the worst DoorDash? What's the worst thing to DoorDash?
I'm gonna tell you the worst. I'm gonna tell you the worst DoorDash right now, bro.
What's up?
I order a pizza. I go to a spot. We go to a show. I get drunk after. My move is go to the bar, get drunk, order the pizza at the bar.
Oh no.
So
It's
now I
waiting
meet
for
the
you?
DoorDash there, and by the time he hits the door, I hit him on the shoulder. It's me, bro.
Okay.
That's hard.
I hit him like that,
That's
and now
hard.
it's steaming. So I do this shit, but I stayed at the bar for one more last drink. And I get there about 5 minutes late, and it was not there.
Yeah.
But the dude took the picture. So I'm like, I know this motherfucker didn't finesse me. So I go to my apartment people. I run the cameras. They know me. People
Yeah.
done stole from me before there.
They're like,
I live
"Oh,
in the
it's
city."
It's the pizza guy. He's back, dude.
Yeah. Apparently, we were running the cameras back. This dude goes to get McDonald's DoorDash. He lives in an apartment. He gets the DoorDash from his, passes my apartment, sees the pizza on the ground,
Yeah.
scoops that, and
Oh
goes home
my
with both meals, bro.
See, if that had happened to me, I would have gone, that's what I get. That's what I get for trying to game the
pissed.
system.
That's crazy.
I couldn't sleep, bro.
Nah, that's
You didn't find the guy?
Found him immediately. Because I live in the city, so many things have been stolen randomly.
Yeah.
So I know the cameras, and we know the system now to where if you come in the apartment, they know who you are. You in room 386. So I said, look, tell the man I need 60 because it cost me 30. I got to get me just because you inconvenienced
And
me.
the emotional distress
The-
of
the-
thinking
yeah.
you have a
Did you get it,
pizza.
though?
60, bro.
Really?
I said, and she was like, he wants your Venmo. I said, I want him to know who I am.
Yeah.
Just give you your 60 cash, and then you give it to me, and then he gave me.
You
the 60.
should have knocked, and
Yeah.
you should have found an empty pizza box, knocked at his door, and been like, "Is there something that you want to give me?" And just
but
seeing what
the
he
thing
did.
is, when you get caught stealing, that's why I knew he was gonna give me the 60.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to get. You don't think anybody gonna know about this shit. Somebody knocking on your door, they be like, bro, you stole my pizza? Fuck
Yeah.
it, just give me, just shut up.
Also,
You
there
know
are
what I mean?
people who were like, they will do bad shit, but the idea of having an argument with a human being, they will like wet themselves. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's almost kind of fun to go confront somebody and be like, did you steal my pizza?
And when, it's one of those days I was so hungry, I was so lit. I need that pizza,
Yeah.
bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So when that man stole that pizza, bro, he stole a part of my soul.
And you know something crazy, bro? This interaction that y'all said is definitely something for people over 6 feet, man.
Really?
Absolutely.
You think we're looking at it through tall guy lens?
Absolutely. 'Cause
That's a good point,
I
though.
feel like if I walk up to somebody though and I say, "Hey man, where my $60?" I think he gonna want to actually go for a duel.
Yeah.
He gonna actually want to fight about the 60.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you got that black privilege too, though.
Absolutely.
So it depends on what race of the man. If he's black, you still might have that problem.
I was gonna say,
but if
dude,
it's a white
dude,
guy,
Yeah.
then you can put that frown on.
If you pull your camera phone out, you could be asking for $300. I mean, if you go, hey, man,
That's the new gun.
you stole my black guy pizza,
yeah.
it could be like $350.
Absolutely.
yeah, you got to do them like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to pan to yourself and then pan to
But then
him.
you got
and
to
go,
also be
"You
careful
stole my
because some of these
pizza."
white boys now they got the UFC in them.
Yeah,
So you hit that frown, now he hit that
Bro.
frown.
yeah.
And
Bro,
now
The UFC is everybody. That's
what
you
I'm
can't
saying.
even be like, oh, it's just white guys with fucked up ears anymore. Now it's like it's guys in
Asian
crop
women.
tops. Yeah, guys
what I
where you're
mean?
like, what are you doing? He's like, I like jam bands and crop tops, and then he'll just choke you out, and you're like,
saying, bro. Nah, UFC a motherfucker. Man, you ever done some fucking like UFC? You know, he used to box and shit.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this.
I got my
I'ma-
ass kicked in
I'ma
jiu-jitsu
say
for a while.
this. UFC changed the thought process on thong sandals. When you was a
Okay.
young man, you saw a cat with thong sandals, you said, "Hey man, I'm about to whoop off in them."
Yeah.
Guess what, man?
They had
Let me
no
get
respect for him.
Let me get that wallet. Now you see a dude with thong sandals. He kicked them things off. He lay on his back.
Oh,
He
yeah.
down to choke you out, man.
Yeah,
He
you're
a
right, though.
freak.
And first of all, anybody that kicks off their shoes and prepare for battle,
yeah.
hell,
Absolutely.
nah.
Nah, bro. I've been planning to spend a year in Thailand to learn Muay Thai, man.
What's Muay Thai?
Hold
You
on.
don't know what Muay Thai?
Muay Thai, it's like it's the striking thing they do in Thailand, but it's all elbows and knees.
Nah, that you wrong, bro. And honestly,
Educate this man, bro.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, you disrespecting my people like that. I'm about to walk off this podcast.
Hey, so what? Okay,
All right,
break
talk
it
to me.
down,
Let me
bro.
know.
So Thailand is Thai boxing, bro,
Okay,
and it's the art of 8 limbs.
Yeah.
So they punch and kick, but they also elbow and knee.
that's a lot of action, bro.
And listen, so they go and they train, man. Let me
like
tell
I
you
was saying
something. These people, they live outside. They only train outside. If
Yeah.
you train inside a building that's weak in
Huh.
Thailand,
Yeah.
they train outside. They eat rice, man.
They do. They kick each other's shins until
make
when
them stronger?
they're like 8.
Oh, you trying to oversimplify. I can't handle that disrespect of my home
Say
country.
it's deeper than that, bro. But hold on,
They kick people in their legs.
Mandal. I was told that you
Oh my, yeah.
once.
This is what we got to get to.
Yeah.
This is the most. You're the most fascinating man in America because of what I told Josh, and you tell me if this is wrong. But this,
You kind of told me, and yesterday it was 2 days ago, and I cried laughing literally in the moment. He said, Mandal started a documentary about himself. I'm like, what about what? About him doing a backflip.
I did, bro. We never finished it though. So look, we went to Peachtree City, Georgia. It's a dude who was in you ever seen American Warrior?
Yeah, I think so.
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, from back in the day.
So it's a dude. He plays like 27, but he changed his life around. He got a good business. He's opened up a gym in Peachtree City.
Yeah.
So he got American Ninja Warrior stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you this, man. Let me tell you something. It's some 45-year-old meth heads who flip. Yeah, flip. What's my name? Gabby Douglas out the gym, man. They take one hit of that stuff.
Yeah, it's over with.
Man, it's some powers.
But hold on. So
You
what?
got a Green Lantern.
but hold on, I
But
want
how
to
did
make
that get to you?
and let's make it clear.
Yeah.
You
So
were really
so
trying to do it.
I went to the Peachtree City gym, bro.
Just because?
No, I was trying to learn how to flip. I wanted to go to the master.
But you were really. I remember you were like dead serious. We were getting lunch. You were like,
No,
I'm
bro,
putting
I
time
went-
into this. I'm
I
putting
went-
money into
I
this.
went to the Peachtree City gym, and guess what, man? For exchange of a big old box of that powder, man, they'll teach you how to put your legs behind your head, man. So we in there.
So, yeah, you go in there.
And the dude is like, trying to teach us how to flip. So we like went through. I got like videos of it too.
He's like, is it just back flips, front flips, cartwheels?
I wanted to do a backflip. So
Didn't you have like a study, like a guy who studied your physics, like literally like a diagram of how he could flip?
COVID, right? So I had. You remember when the COVID first came out? They had the space helmets out.
Yeah.
I was training with the space helmet on
for safety.
Yeah, man. You mixed that mess with that COVID. Guess what, man? You never coming back.
I don't want to get hurt in a silly way while I'm trying to do a backflip.
So I was doing. So I was trying to do the flip, and then he was like, "Yo, you gotta come down a little bit." So I went to this workout man who write poetry. He was a poet. He gave us a book of poems. I'm not making this up. I swear to God, he gave us a book of poems.
And this is after the first guy couldn't help.
Well, he was helping me train, but he told me I gotta lose weight. And then there was a health man. He wrote poems. He used to be an alcoholic, man. He went through a lot. And he learned, and he got off alcohol through poetry and working out. So he'll do a couple push-ups and then write about his
spit a
poems.
bar. Yeah.
He gave me his poetry book, and then he taught me how to work out.
How was his poetry?
Oh, it was sad, man. Let me tell you something, man. That bottle ruined his life. I mean, when he was drinking, he was a messed up dude. You know, he got a lot of apologies to give out. But anyway, man, he offered that drink now. He on poetry.
Yeah.
Hey,
Poetry and backflips.
When people find outlets to get past who they was, you gotta respect.
You gotta let him cook. Yeah.
So then we went down to Georgia Tech, and I went and seen a physicist who told me the exact mathematics of what I would need to do, as how much torque I would need to get to get the flip off. And I think that my calf muscles couldn't give off that much torque. But he did tell me, he showed me a diagram of what I would need to flip, and he said I need to come down at least 60 pounds if I wanted to get the appropriate torque.
Yeah. So nobody in there said, "Man, I think at this size you can do backflips."
Yeah. Did it ever cross your mind?
60 pounds, I didn't have enough torque to do it.
But did it ever cross your mind before you started this journey that like I don't look like the backflipping type? Maybe I should get in backflip
and
shape.
That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't believe. I can tell you using that body wash is messing up your head.
And also, bro, I feel like have you not seen a big man do a backflip? That's a good question.
I have, but they're always in a jersey being filmed by a film crew because it's so rare that everyone goes, "Holy shit!" You know what I mean?
How are you on cartwheels though?
I can cartwheel.
Can you really?
I can cartwheel, man. I just think that sometimes it depends on how strong my arms are that day.
Now tell me this. This is a hard one now. If you on a diving board, are you a diving board guy?
I don't get in no water, man. I can't get in bodies of water, man.
Even not a pool?
I don't do pools, man.
Will you sit poolside?
Nah, listen, I almost drowned 4 times in my life.
Damn.
Straight up.
How many times you been in the water?
7.
That's a bad ratio, though, bro.
All right.
That's 4 for 7.
4 times.
How?
One time I almost drowned, and they thought I was playing. And I grabbed onto the dude's arm, and I said, "Bro, help me to the side." He thought I was trying to be gay. Straight up.
How old were you, bro?
I was like 10, and then the lifeguard finally pulled me out, and he put me in the office. He gave me an almond joy. That's the first time I had an almond joy.
Yeah.
The almond on top of the coconut.
Yeah.
Covered in chocolate is delicious, man.
Damn.
Especially if you almost lost your life.
What did they say to you when you came in? Did you say I almost drowned?
Nah, they put me in the office and said, "Boy, you about to die," and they gave me an almond joy.
Who said this? A lifeguard?
Yeah, and that's the thing about life. You never know how good chocolate is. But if I done had chocolate when I wasn't about to die.
It didn't hit the same.
Yeah.
When you had that chocolate right before you die,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. You feel that thing.
Yeah.
I felt the coconut. I felt the almond. I felt the chocolate.
If you're going with your best candy bar, gun to your head, what's best candy bar? What are we talking?
Listen, in this life, the only answer is Snickers.
I think he's right. I didn't expect to agree. I think he's right.
I got a sentimental value to almond joy. I can't have that all the time because it take me to a dark place.
Yeah. That's right. Take you back to that man's poetry type shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I ain't even been on that bottle.
Yeah. Right.
He ruined this whole family, man. You got to read his poem. That cat, that drinking got to him.
So that almond joy can't save little bro probably.
Nah,
so
he
is
drunk too much.
Is the doc over? Is it on hold?
Nah, I was working on another documentary now, man, about me making an R&B album.
Oh yeah, right now, if people want to find you on Instagram, it's R&B, right?
R&B album,
No, like is it like a comedic album or dead ass serious?
Nah. One thing I don't play about is my music. My music is for real. I'm trying to express myself.
Can we go through all the documentaries you've tried to make, just like in a list?
Bro, you want to talk about the past, and that's what's wrong. I'm always looking forward. I can't go back in the past. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I'm gonna say this, bro. You from Sarasota, Florida?
You said you had an opinion on it. Yeah. I am from Sarasota.
Man.
What part of the map is that? Top or bottom? Where is
It's
that
like an hour south of Tampa. It's right on the Gulf of Mexico.
Sarasota, Florida is Orlando with hepatitis. Now, I was in Sarasota, Florida one time because I went on a quest to Florida to find Carol Baskets.
Oh, that's back in COVID.
Yeah.
Who was bored?
I was gonna propose to her
At first sight.
And so her Tiger place closed down because of the documentary.
Yeah.
But in Florida, it's like 7 versions of her.
Yeah.
It's like the multiverse for cheetah print.
We went on field
ladies.
trips there. We used to go on field trips to.
You went to the Sarasota place?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's about to say some not nice things.
It's like a Tiger King place in Sarasota. I went there, bro. It's a zoo. Let me tell you something, man. And we might have to cut this out, bro.
We probably not
But
gonna
shout
cut.
out to that company. Shout out to that business for hiring the most handicapped people I've seen. Nobody had all 4 limbs.
Yeah, they make
They
Publix look
probably
like
started
a.
with them.
Man.
You know what I
telling
mean?
you, they had a dude feeding a tiger, man. He had a
Yeah,
baby hand.
dude, they make it look like Publix is like a search firm. Like they have
crazy.
some people where you're like, I haven't even figured out what's going on yet.
They was in the zoo.
Yeah,
They graduated to working at the zoo after being in the
How
zoo.
you get in this? Shit, I worked 5 years.
We
Not
gonna
many
cut
with the
all
lions.
We don't cut all that. But look.
no, we're gonna tag the zoo is what we're gonna do. I'll tell you that
Bro,
right now.
They got the most exotic animals I've ever
Oh.
seen
Yeah,
in the tiniest cages, bro.
this is the blowing bubbles man.
Bro, straight up. They had a grizzly bear.
No, that's crazy, bro.
They had a big old grizzly
Yeah.
in a tiny cage.
in
And
like
then-
an apartment. It's like a studio apartment. The bear's just sitting there like, how did I get here? I
Bro,
remember that.
And so then
He's
they
like, I
got
was asleep.
they put the meat on a stick and they say, y'all want to see the bear stand up? So they put the stick up and the bear stand up. Man, he bite that stick so hard, man. Somebody would have died. Man.
God. Nah,
They
bear.
they had a lighter. They had a lighter.
Yeah.
They had a liger and a tiger on.
Oh, they talking about a lighter.
Oh, yeah.
lighter.
A lighter.
Lighter
If they had a
and-
lighter and he was saying it with that same energy, I'd be blown away. They had a lighter.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Had lighters in there, bro.
They had a liger and a tiger on. Both
Yeah.
abominations to Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real.
That's
Yeah,
why they
seriously.
autistic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest
seriously.
with you.
They are though.
That liger,
The huge with like the fat. They be
that-
fat as hell with little bitty legs.
bro, that liger was on Xans. He had
Yeah.
I looked straight in his eye. I know somebody
Yeah.
when they on Xannies.
Yeah, I can't even
That
knock
liger,
him
they
though.
had him on
Yeah.
Xans.
I can't knock him
He
on
was
that.
fat and he couldn't survive in the wild because he abomination.
Yeah, he has a
bro.
rough life. He wakes up every day and he goes, I'm not supposed to be here and I'm also not supposed to be here.
Yeah, like imagine
I'm
you
not
were a
supposed to
giraffe.
exist.
Imagine being on a giraffe and like a chihuahua.
Yeah, oh
And that's
man.
just it.
That's rough.
But the tiger arm was pretty athletic, bro. But that liger was on Xans for sure.
But hold on, bro. Back to the album, though. So
Yeah.
R&B. How did you get to saying I'ma do R&B? Was something that you hit to say, I got to talk to these motherfuckers?
I always wanted to express myself, man.
Okay.
Music has always been an outlet for me. I grew up in the church, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just felt a love for music. Can I sing something for y'all?
I would
Please,
love that. Yeah,
please.
yeah. What you got,
What y'all
bro?
want to hear?
R&B.
Well, I'm trying to figure out on the album. Are you talking to the ladies? Like how you coming with it? You talking about
to
sex? You
everybody.
talking about?
I'm talking to everybody. I'll sing y'all a song real
All right,
quick.
what you got for him, bro?
Girl, you looking good in that pantsuit. That's a song about a girl in a pantsuit. That's one of the records I got on the album, man.
Are you naturally a pantsuit man or that one particular
Nah,
girl?
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm always inspired, man. Shout out to Camilla.
Do you remember what inspired that?
Okay,
man.
okay. Is there any other songs? What's some of the topics you trying to hit on the album?
Just vibing, man.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
A song, I got a song where I'm bringing everybody together.
Yeah, yeah.
People across the world. Don't be afraid to join in. Joining hands. Oh, this is going to be your favorite part. Here we go. It don't matter. Your skin, you're a white person.
That's a fact.
All we go do is be friends.
Oh yeah, that's gonna go.
It don't matter your creed, cause all we gonna do, snap in now, find the ones we need. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I like that one. No, that might be that one though.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
That's gonna bring
Yeah.
the people
we bring
together.
Everybody together, man.
It's also that's a lot. There's almost a million road comics who will. You know that you've seen this on the road. They have said nothing controversial for 40 minutes.
Yeah,
They've said absolutely nothing, and then they'll go, "Listen, white people, black people, we got to come together." And you'll go, "At no point, at no point was your set driving us
you
apart.
talked about penis. And
Your whole
ass.
set was how your wife, you want to kill her."
Absolutely.
And you're like, white people, black people, we're different. We do the same things, but different. That's every single set.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite road comic
you
thing.
gotta feel that time somehow, man.
And
People
also,
wanna feel that
here's
time.
to be fair to them, crowds eat it up. Crowds love to be like, racism's done. If I clap here, it's over.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this. Sometimes on that stage, you gotta get the job done. Man.
Sometimes you gotta preach to them.
That's true.
Sometimes on that stage, you got listen. I done been on that stage before and started saying that. Hey. Listen, what they doing over there in Russia messed up. Hey. America, we gotta come together on this thing.
I've been saying that since 2015.
What?
Yeah, I've been saying that before the Ukraine thing threw me off because I've been saying that.
I'll say
Yeah.
anything they want to hear.
I had 10 minutes on I had 10 minutes on Ukraine, and then this war started, and now everything's so different. I can't do it anymore.
Man.
That's hilarious.
I legit go out there. I see a bunch of them flannels, that cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I've seen you're the least give the crowd what they want, even though it sucks. Comic, I know you're doing crazy.
It depends, bro. If I'm bombing, I might go.
You did tell me
Vaccine a pussy. Nasty.
Mexicans.
Nasty. Ew, no vaccine.
Yeah.
Ew.
And here in Nashville, that's gonna kill. That's
Bro,
gonna
what?
kill.
I'm gonna give it up for him.
Yeah, it's gonna kill.
I'm like, man, listen. One thing I gotta drive is my Ford F-150.
Let's go.
and they start doing the worm. They start throwing
Yeah.
up on themselves.
But you
And
also-
they found love and they wife finally kissed them again.
Yeah.
They always want that little kiss.
You told me the funniest thing ever about when you did colleges. Do you remember your advice? You said, if you ever do a college, you want to know how to kill up front. Do you remember what you told me?
Oh, I don't know what I said, but I know.
You
what I'm
told
talking
me, you
about.
said, if you ever do a college, go up there, find the first person you see, go, what are you majoring in? No matter what they say, just go, good luck with that.
Absolutely.
No matter
I got
what
another one
it
for
is.
you. I got another for you. If you ever at college, and one thing about young people, youngest people I learned from doing a lot of colleges, is that they want you to affirm their identity as an adult. Their sense of self is really fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just decided who they was, right? So if you
Right.
challenge any of that, that's super offensive. But if you affirm it for them,
Yeah.
they love it. Bro.
Yeah.
I think
Interesting.
What do you think about this? I read a thing that Gen Z is having less sex than everybody, and so I've been calling them our pandas. Because it's like we're
like that.
trying to get them to have sex. We're giving them apps, alley meet, where you just meet someone in an alley,
Yep.
and they still won't do it.
We even gave
So
them
I've been
more
calling them
genders.
pandas. Yeah, we're
Bro,
like, you can
the world
make
is a
whatever you want.
pendulum, bro, and it's gonna swing in whatever direction
Yeah.
that it was previously was. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it is
Yeah.
going to swing back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this with the college kids, I always go in there. I'm like, I know y'all drunk.
Yeah.
I know y'all smoking that weed. They love it. They're like, oh, we are high.
Yeah, they do love
My
that.
mom doesn't know what we do.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drunk. Oh, this guy's cool.
Did you do college? Did you go to college?
I went to UGA.
You
I
graduated?
graduated from UGA.
Dang, what you studying there?
Marketing, man. But let me tell you something, man.
Backflip.
I absolutely wasted my mama's money. Man.
Yeah, same, bro.
Very bad at getting jobs. I'm terrible at getting jobs. That's why I do this. I've been trying to quit comedy for 4 years, but I can't get no regular
You
job.
should, dude. Also, there's so many people who should quit. I got a list. I'll show you later. But
We'll post it on Patreon.
you're not. You're actually. I mean, you're like.
I'm just tired of being
you're-
poor, bro.
You know that annoying like Grateful Dead where they're like too weird to die.
Yeah.
Legitimately, you're one of the only people where I would say that. Where it's like I need to see what you're gonna do next because every time we talk, I was telling my mom this. She's like, I was talking to anybody. I was like, my friend's coming over doing a podcast. I've never had any sense of what you're talking about based on how the sentence starts. Like the way you start a sentence is not correspond with the way you're like, I had some fruit, and I'm like, I don't think that's the right energy, and I love trying to match them up.
Bro, everything is art, bro.
Yeah,
And it's like we can't take nothing for granted.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in that water, all I wanted was that almond joy.
Yeah.
And look at where I'm at today.
He didn't want.
how would you know that it was coming, dude?
He could feel it, bro. And he was thinking,
If I make it to shore,
I don't want no oxygen.
I'll get.
Bro, it's the
Throw the almond joy in the water. He still would have been good.
It's the prophecy, bro. I could see that's what's wrong with you. I can tell you don't believe in God.
No, I do.
You
I just
don't
didn't know if
believe
he
in
was
God
present
or
in
you
that
ain't
pool.
seen the Matrix, bro. You remember the Oracle?
One of the two.
Yeah, I do remember the Oracle.
They plugging that plug in the back of people's head. It's all a simulation.
Yeah. Wait, while we're here, we were talking about earlier. You think Snickers is the best candy bar? I think Snickers is the best.
Hell
What do you
no.
think?
First of all, you got to get off the chocolate. If we're talking best candy, it can't be anything chocolate.
Y'all said candy
What?
bar.
Yeah, candy bar has to
Y'all
be
said
chocolate,
candy
man.
bar.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well,
So if
I
you
mean,
throw
I'm willing to change the. We can move the goalpost. What's the
Let's
best
move the
candy?
goal-
Candy
Yeah.
is different from candy bar.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go candy bar. Candy bar. I'm not a candy bar man.
Whoa.
But break me down Raisinets. Hate to do it to you. Break me down into some Raisinets. That counts? Chocolate. It's a bar.
Turn all the cameras off. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Raisinets?
Raisinets.
Raisinets, maybe.
I would only eat those in a movie theater.
I will give you the white Reese's,
I didn't even know about
White
this.
the vanilla Reese's. I'll give you
The
even.
white chocolate Reese's is a hit.
I'll go
Really?
But I don't want to overdo it, but give me like a 2-pack. Don't give me 3 because now it's too
Bro,
much.
I remember
My head is spinning.
I remember in my
Yeah.
family reunion trip, maybe around, I'll say about 2008.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Michigan and they had the white Reese's before they came to Atlanta, bro.
Damn, son.
Straight up.
Nah, the white Reese's go crazy.
Don't you think? Here's one of my craziest theories about this. I think we're done with new candy and new chocolate. Every time I go to a gas station, there's a new one. I go, we don't need this. There's already too many.
Do y'all like a new candy?
Every time there's new ones, I go,
It's a
who's this
monopoly.
for?
It's over now. You can't get up there with them boys.
No. I'm saying every time like they're like we changed. There's a new type of Snickers. There's a new type. I go, we're good. We have
Nah, but
enough.
sometimes they'll hit though, because sometimes they'll throw like a pretzel in an M&M, and I'm like, oh
They'll
shit.
do. I mean,
now we cooking.
But do we? Is that what we need to move forward as a society?
I know. I really been you said something, bro. I've been
that's
thinking
what I'm
about
saying.
this for a while. I realized that the fall is crazy because the fall of humanity
Here we go.
is based on what's made us great.
Yeah.
Which is our inability to have enough. We're never satisfied. We always have to move forward and we always have to progress. And guess what? That's what's going to end this
Yeah.
world before our eyes.
It's always just we got to have more.
I learned this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I learned this through toothpaste and toilet paper. Every year they come out, Charmin be like, hey, we got a new formula. It's like, no, man. I'm wiping good enough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the
They'll say
thing.
triple the salt.
And I think they know it's not because this needed to be improved. It's not because there's room for improvement. It's because we're all like, all right, if I
need
buy
more.
something new, I can fill whatever that hole is that I'm trying to fill at all times.
but
Yeah.
Some new thing.
but what's the thing? Why
It's
does
all-
why does feeling ahead feel good?
Because I think
Because it's like y'all got that old
Human
tissue.
nature,
Yeah.
bro.
Because
You
it
got that
used to
old
mean
shit.
you were going to survive.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like if
yeah,
you were a
yeah.
caveman and you got a new bow, you
Right.
ordered a new
Oh,
bow
yeah.
from Amazon.
That's power.
And then you went and you were like, I'm going to make it through the winter.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now it just means I should call my mom. That's what every time I'm like, I should buy something new, I think I should probably actually just call my mom.
Well, that's the thing. You got to think about it. Back in the caveman days, you were never satisfied because food was scarce.
Yeah,
right?
you're going to die.
So if you found food, if you found resources, it was like, okay, now I am sufficient enough for this moment.
Yeah.
And when I wake up tomorrow, I gotta do it again.
Yeah.
But guess what, man? We got toilets now, man.
Yeah, it's
We
convenient.
got air conditioner. But we still have that same brain.
Yeah.
So
Also, companies, they got to have new stock prices every year.
Absolutely.
So they go like, all right, Starbucks is truly killed almost every coffee shop. You can't avoid Starbucks. They go, we still have to keep growing because we now have investors in Singapore. No business is just like it used to be. You were like, I want to provide good coffee and make a living, so I started a coffee shop. Now they're like, I want to make enough money so that the market in China is up, and you're like,
And
that's
they'll-
crazy.
And they'll crush you if you come close.
Yeah, you ever hear about that? Like how Starbucks they would find local coffee shops, they'd open a Starbucks on either side, wait till that one couldn't, they lose enough business, they close, and then Starbucks would close one. So now instead of 3, you're back down to 1, and it's not the one you wanted.
And now the prices are higher.
Yeah,
'Cause we the only one in town.
Bro, the iPhone been the same since iPhone 8, bro. Every year they add a new way to watch you
yeah.
watch Megan Thee Stallion twerk.
Yeah, you got a good 4K image of her now.
Put a note right there to take that one down.
Yeah.
I'm a touring Christian comedian. I do comedy for God.
Oh, I know you were considered a Christian comedian.
Whatever go pay the bills.
Yeah.
No, I work
Antifa, fuck it.
I work mostly clean because.
But that's different between clean and Christian, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a lot of churches, but I work mostly clean because I sound dumb when I curse.
What do you mean?
I just sound
Like your whole life, even like outstage, you ain't feel comfortable.
Silly every time it sound forced.
That's
Try
my
it
mom.
out.
My mom's like that.
No, say this. Say, just to go like something light, like fuck Greta Thunberg, or just say something fun that will. Just say something we can clip. Go ahead and say.
Man, listen, man. Life is like being a worm.
We almost had that clip. That would have gone so viral, man.
Life-
Christian comedian trashes Greta Thunberg.
Life is being a worm, man.
I think so.
Sometimes you go crawl through that dirt. Sometimes you go crawl through that apple.
Tell me-
At the end of the day, you gotta keep crawling.
Do you think that we were friends for a while. You seem to have a pretty healthy sense of I don't need to buy all the new shit. I don't need to once you know that's the problem that you're chasing it. Does that help you not chase it? I feel like I'm okay. I don't need a new iPhone. I don't need this stuff. I can kind of see it.
What it is.
What's the thing that still gets you? Where you're like, I know I shouldn't buy this, but I have to.
Bro, my issue is I'll buy I feel like I gotta start cooking, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I buy out food so much.
Really?
Man, I went to the grocery store the other day. Y'all ever been in there?
Almost every day or
Bro,
week.
that junk so much cheaper than the gas station. I used to only do my shopping. In the gas station. That's why.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's why I bang with Irish Spring.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they have in the-
They got that in the gas station, the green boy.
The
yeah,
green one.
Yeah.
But when you go to the Kroger, I don't know if y'all got Kroger.
We got Kroger.
we got Kroger.
Yeah.
You go to the Kroger, let me tell you something, man. Irish Spring come in all types of flavors, man.
Yeah, that's real.
You can get the alloy. You can get the blue rush.
But I think it comes with seeing it. To your question, Connor, as far as if you think I don't need none. Cat Williams had that brilliant joke of the Chrysler 300 is real cool
Yeah.
until the Phantom pull up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now it's like, oh, I hate my car now.
Nobody slipped in more profound points in a way where it took me 10 years to catch them than Cat Williams.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's brilliant, dude.
Absolutely.
But now, speaking of comedy, Mandal, tell me give me some pros and cons of being a clean comic.
Pros. I think pros.
Y'all definitely get more money.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got one.
But see, I feel like you get money on the lower level though.
Okay.
Like I
Yeah.
feel like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Like if you build a following,
Sure.
listen, man, I tell people all the time, man. I was at a lizard convention about 2 years ago, and I said, bro, if I learn some lizard bits, I could go to each city this lizard convention in, do my lizard bits and make a good living.
Here's what I feel clean is.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What you're saying, it's a lane. You got a lane. You got to find your lane.
Absolutely. And so I think that sometimes, like great example, I don't necessarily, I'm clean, but I'm not squeaky. Like I still talk about whatever. I just don't do a lot of vulgar, right?
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes people can get pigeonholed in that where you can build a base being the clean guy, and then now you restricted in what you can talk about.
Yeah.
But it's pros in the meantime. Listen, I am somebody who will never make it in comedy.
That's not true, bro. That's not.
So I do appreciate that. Hey, I can do it.
No, that ain't true.
Dude, you've already made it further than 89% of people.
I would say a pro, even though I hate to admit it. Your mom and dad come to the show and enjoy
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, that's a good pro.
Also, I'm not, it's not my thing. No, I'm not a fan. I did clean comedy and then I stopped because I was really not enjoying it. But one thing it does do, I think it's decent. You do have to, especially when you're starting out really young, you can just say wild shit and get laughs. Clean, it does have to be joke structure.
It makes you, especially initially, you have to work harder.
You can't, yes.
Initially, for sure.
Initially. But it also, you end up kind of just, like, the thing that I don't like is when people end up saying stuff where they're like, there's a million clean comics who are like, I hate my wife, but she's the best thing that ever happened to me. Like that style where it's like, it's a pretty acceptable opinion. They're not saying anything crazy. And it's like, I want them, or they're like, when we grew up, things were different and they were harder. And then older people go, it's about me. Like there's some lazy stuff in there, but at least when you're just starting, clean comedy does make you right. It has to be a joke.
Yeah, because you can't say fuck and get the laugh.
You can't just get up there and
titties. I throw that out there anytime in a bomb.
Tits. You see new people, they're bombing, they just start yelling and saying wild stuff, and you go, well, that's not teaching you anything good.
Right.
I agree. I do think that I definitely require some creativity with the writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I do think that at the end of the day, though, you don't want to be restricted in what you, because
that's the thing. Yeah.
Clean, it don't even be about like being dirty as far as like sexual or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's really about being just non-challenging.
Yeah, they don't. That's
being not offensive or not even offensive, but not challenging to the audience.
Sure.
Yeah,
and I think that is really restrictive in comedy.
It's dude. I've said that. Yes,
Interesting.
that's the perfect way to say it. It's like half the time it's like it's not that they mind that you curse. It's that they're like, I don't want to be challenged in my worldview. Because I've done clean shows. You can get up and say wild shit at clean shows. You can be like, what's up with Mexicans? That's clean,
Absolutely.
but it's like, and if they're on board, that's fine. So it's all about like, I want an audience who's like, hey man, you take me where you want to go. I'm up for art. Right. Some clean audiences are like, I paid you to do a thing, do the thing.
Absolutely.
And that sucks.
Another good pro would be brands with comedians are always scared to death. Mm-hmm. So if I'm the brand, because I don't know what the hell he's about to say.
Yeah.
A clean comedian for a brand, I guess that ends up being the money in the corporate gigs. It's like, I can't trust. I've been building my business for a long time. You're not finna fuck it up with your dick and balls.
But
and
here's
your
the
trans
thing:
jokes.
how many times this happened to me a lot when I used to do clean shows like real early. I'd get there, the venue in the booker would be like, it has to be clean. I would get there, I would not do that. I would just do the regular set, and the crowd would love it. And I'd be like, who was this for?
That is because the guy that booked it is an idiot. The corporate guy, he thinks that his people want clean.
That's what I'm saying.
Or that they want the squeaky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of times they think the audience wants
because
it.
What they're doing is being safe and they're trying to guard their ass. Because if you bomb and you offend everybody, they're going to say, who the fuck brought Connor?
A clean bomb is embarrassing for, yes.
It's my bad.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, like, to his point, a dirty bomb can ruin everyone's night. A clean bomb is just like, you got to drive home. Like, well, like, it's a different... You're not ruining people's nights.
The guy who booked you don't have to explain a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't have to call his wife.
It's a slippery slope, though, right?
Talk to me.
Because I've seen people who had a booker tell them something, right? They disregarded the rules and ripped, and had one person complain.
Yeah,
and that ruined it.
Sure, that's the risk you take.
Situation where you say, "Hey, they tell you to be clean." You say, I'm going to go do my thing, and you rip.
Yeah.
But if one person did not like it,
it's
risky.
Then you shot yourself.
So now, so you got to choose, like, if everybody else at that show loved it and some of them follow you and become your fans, eventually, if you stay on that road long enough, you get to a place where you get to perform for people who like what you're doing and are open to that. If you want a career where you're like, man, I can't do anything where one person complains, to me, that sounds awful. It's like you got to be in a place to be like, hey, man, I'll lose this specific show, but I'll be working towards a bigger, like a later stage in life where I can be free. Because if you got to spend your whole career worried about one person complaining, man, I would rather work at the bank and have health insurance.
Bro,
you know?
But here's where I agree and disagree, right? I agree with what you're saying, but I also am like, at the end of the day, if a booker calls me and says this the rules of engagement,
yeah,
and then their job is to pay me my money,
I will do what they say.
And my job, and they told me what to do, then I'll do it. Now, if I get to a point where let's say if I get a booker, he's like, hey man, can you like not talk about being that person.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I've had people say that to me before.
Right. I'm just say,
I go, no problem.
I'm be like, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I go, I gotta agree to what the terms
Yeah.
and gave.
So you're
being a professional.
I was gonna say you're a pro. Like if a club calls me and they tell me something, I'll do it. But I'm talking about it's a guy show in a bar, and he doesn't tell you. He goes, hey, it's this much money, this much time. I show up, and he goes, it's got to be clean. And I go,
that's different.
actually, it doesn't.
Now you
I go,
kind
it's
of
not about to be.
being a guy that went clean.
I broke bad.
And was starting to get traction, and then you stopped going. How long? You did like 2 years?
I did like 3 years, and I think one of the reasons I did it was the clean comics I was working with, really funny, and they're clean guys who still made clean work. But I was finding myself writing stuff I thought was funny, couldn't say it, and I was like, well, comedy is such a stupid job to do it and then also not have it be fun. It's like just
so
work
like
at the bank.
It was like holding you.
Yeah. Also, dude, I mean, now my set is. It's funny. I used to feature for clean comedians. I used to be a clean feature, and now I don't think I could host clean. Because it's all just about, I've somehow lost time. Now everything is about like.
That's how it is, though.
You ever notice how
you like the guy
porn
who got
is
let out the
porn?
bag, or like the pastor's daughter who couldn't do nothing?
You know what else it
If
was?
you let him free, it's like I got to turn up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to her.
That's what I'm saying. I do think creatively you gotta be in a place where you having fun because honestly, bro, what we are asking, I think about this all the time. I should be poor, bro. What I'm asking of the world is crazy.
It is.
Yes,
crazy.
you're like, can I pay for food with a song?
I'm asking people to pay me to listen to me talk about what I want to talk about. They don't even get to pick what I'm talking about.
You get to say,
but it's got to be. It's also what you're asked to do is hard. It's because you ever talk to someone and they go, "I'm not really a laugh person," and you go, "Well, that's because most of your life is not funny."
Absolutely.
You go when the show happens, you're going to be a laugh person.
I'm not really a
or
laugh
I'm going to
person
quit.
Is crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, people say it, and then you go, "Well, that's because all your friends are not funny."
Yeah, it's like somebody saying, "I don't really like music."
Yeah. Comedy is like high octane. I mean, dude, to make people laugh for 45 minutes. I had a grandparent who hadn't laughed in 10 years. So now you're asking him to laugh for 45
That's
minutes.
some war shit. Huh? He went to war?
No, he only laughed during war.
He's like Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson can only be himself on stage.
He'd get bummed out.
Laugh with
We'd be
guns.
like, here's some footage of Operation Desert Storm. And he'd start chuckling. I wish I was there.
I feel like for me, it's like, if I agree to the terms, I'm gonna play by the terms.
Yeah, I'll be a pro.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now tell me this.
That's just what it. But like you said, if I get to a place and then they want to tell me what to do once I get it, it's like, nah, bro.
Yeah. Play.
That ain't what we agreed to.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Also, I'm not ambient music. I don't have a different 45 to swap out on you.
Yeah.
What do you think influenced you to go clean? Do you curse in regular life?
I don't curse like that in regular life.
See, that's what I respect, though.
Yeah.
I respect. I mean, honestly, you can do whatever the fuck you want to, but if a person was filthy and then changing it, although artistically that's kind of cool, I just think that would be torture.
Yeah,
but if you're just living your life on stage and off stage, that's the same shit.
It's also it's what you're saying where it's like if you don't curse all the time and then you start cursing on stage, you know when new comics are getting nervous and they'll just throw a fucking in there. They're like, I was going to the fucking store and you're like, what was that?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like I just got to a point now where I can come up with dirtier stuff.
Yeah,
like it was the opposite for me.
Right.
Like, I'll come up with something dirty and it's like, somebody I grew up with be like, Tevin talking like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, your stuff is like, I would never, ever use this word for any other comedian. Your stuff is legitimately like whimsical. Like you'll be like, you ever notice how bananas kind of look like, and then like an animal, I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
But that's how I am though.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
that's why I'm not the person like you see some people, some comedians who'll be like, hey man, if you want to get to it, you need to be clean. I've never been that guy.
Yeah.
I think you should just do what you find funny and then fall in whatever place
Also,
they land.
I never got the feeling that you were doing. Some guys do clean as a shortcut, where they go, "All right, I'm about 89th out of 100 comics in this scene.
Yeah.
But if I become a clean comic,
I'm getting booked.
now I'm 7th.
Yeah.
Out of the 7 clean comics we have,
At a certain level, I respect that.
I do not in any way.
I
could not respect that less.
Bro, this junk is hard. Bro.
Yeah, it is hard, bro.
Like this is difficult.
Yeah.
And
very.
anybody figuring out a way to make it work for them, I can't unless you stealing
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you respect people just giving them like people who just get up there and go like, hey, you know that political side you're on? Me too. Isn't the other side stupid? I think that's the lazy. I'm like,
you just can't lean on it because it'll
Yeah.
go away. Like you might get booked because you black today,
Yeah.
and then tomorrow we need trans, or then the next week we need.
But
and I'm there for both. I'll be there for both.
Yeah, I'm cutting my dick off.
Yeah.
But in
Hold
my
on, give me 10
mind,
seconds.
bro,
I gotta go to wardrobe. I gotta go to
in
wardrobe.
my mind, bro, it come back to what we were saying. How some people might be clean and some people might be dirty.
Yeah.
It's some folks who really are
Yeah.
like that.
But this is
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a
yeah.
what
You
I
know what I'm saying?
and those people. But what I think what's weird is you're like legit capital A artist, weird guy,
Absolutely.
has to pursue. If you get the muse, if you get it, I have to do a documentary about a backflip. I have to do an about, and yet you're very accepting of people who are like, I think gaming the system, just getting up there and being like, I know what these people want. I'm gonna do a C- version of the guy on TV who did this.
Okay. And I can
We used to
explain
have metal slides like
why.
that. You know that guy?
I can explain why.
Talk to me.
Because I can't beat anything but me.
Yes,
I
that's
can only be.
Yeah.
I can truly, if I wasn't doing stand up, like bro, before I did stand up, I was just doing a bunch of dumb things. I was just a dumb person, right?
Yeah.
Then stand up became the outlet.
Yeah,
and I've
yeah.
always been into making stuff, and I've always been a little off or whatever, right? So just like I'm gonna be me, it's gonna be a cat with that flannel tucked in.
Yeah.
That cat from
Yeah.
Bootyville, Tennessee.
Bootyville.
And he feel good when
town.
he go on stage
Yeah.
and say, hey man. You know what I'm saying? He go
Yeah.
he be like, oh, I need to get my foot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He
If-
put
if-
that Toby Keith on, he feel alive.
Now tell me this: do
Yeah.
y'all
and I
have?
gotta let him do his thing
Yeah.
if I'm gonna do mine. You get what I'm
But
saying?
some of the best clean comics are like that, where you're like, I don't think you curse in regular life. But there's some dudes you talk to them off stage, they're just
Now,
know.
do you have no
the
respect
opposite.
for that as an artist? You don't think that's good?
If you're trying to give the audience what you think the audience wants, as opposed to being like, I think this is funny and I'm gonna make it funny enough that you guys see it.
Or if he's saying this is, I like to, can a dirty man like clean art? Maybe that's the question.
Yeah,
Can a dirty man make it? I mean,
there's clean comics that are funny. I'm just saying
I'm
there's
saying like a dirty man who comes off, he's like, I need a prostitute and some drugs.
yeah, dude. Okay,
And then you go on stage.
how many guys have been caught for something off stage? Like how many? There's been a couple murderer comedians, and I think 2 of them are clean out of 3. And I'm just saying, I think there's a type of person.
There's that. You're saying the guy that's almost trying to
Dude,
portray a good guy.
Remember when Cosby was always telling people not to curse?
Yeah, I
and you were
remember
like,
that.
well,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if we should be giving people advice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See,
It's
but
like-
see, there's a difference between being a clean comic and then portraying yourself
And being
as a
being America's biggest betrayal.
you know what I mean? No, it's like because they could get that rap automatically.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? But some dudes lean into those guys are, you know what I mean? Come on, I'm the good guy. And that's the good guy's a dangerous man.
I think it's the intent, right?
But
Where it's
everybody
like,
want to smack the good guy.
if you're doing clean because that's who you are, that's great. If you're doing clean because even though you think it's less funny because you think it's the right career move and you stay doing that, I think that's not. I think I don't respect that as much.
It's interesting because I feel like we've had this argument for like
7 years.
For like,
Yeah.
because I've always been like, bro, for me, being like you said, capital A arts, I try to make whatever I think is entertaining. I try to do whatever right.
Yeah.
I always felt like people who can make it happen in some way, even if it's not how I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm always like, hey man, I can respect that you did it because I don't know how to do it at all.
Right.
I've been doing this for 7 years, bro, and guess what, man? I get poorer every year.
But you're a full-time comic. You just performed for like 8,000 people this weekend, whatever crazy stuff you did.
You can say,
Again.
okay.
Yeah.
Now we have an argument.
Yeah.
You can say that what I do.
I like the announcement.
And we might.
Do you see what I mean? But the energy doesn't match what he's saying next.
And honestly, we might cut this part out. But we having an honest conversation.
Yeah.
But we might say that what I did this weekend was playing the game.
For sure playing the game.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, but here's the difference.
And look, I could have not played the game, and I could. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But I could have not played the game. Guess what? And that insurance bill would have came up.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna take some of this money, and guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go fund me making another.
You're gonna fund the real art.
I'm gonna make some. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So people who play that, people who play that game, it's some people who get on the internet, right? And they decide, they say, hey man, saxophonists be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They playing the saxophone.
Yeah.
They barely know how to play saxophone.
And they're
they're 7th grade.
killing it on social media.
And then they go to Zany's. Guess what? Everybody in Zany's, you get a free hot dog if you bring your saxophone.
Yeah.
And they probably don't even care about jazz like that.
Right.
They really they can't stand listening to jazz when they ain't talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they get off, they use the saxophone.
Yeah.
Guess what? They done got their kids some Jordans.
Yeah.
They done help their community. I can't hate
But
on that.
here's I think the thing I'm saying. If they listen, providing for your family, paying your bills, that's all cool. And you have to play the game a little bit, right? You take feature weekends, they have restrictions, they tell you whatever. If you're doing stuff because the ultimate goal is to get to a place where you can do what you want to do, have it be good, and provide a life for like you and your family. That's cool. So you got to balance like, how do I get there, right? You can't be like, I'm the best player ever, but I'm only going to the game, so I'm not going to practice. You got to do all that. But there are people who have no interest in those first two parts. Okay. Like I definitely know comics who are like, I wanted to be on stage or known for something. I don't care what it is.
I'm gonna tell you what that
Stand-up's
is.
easy for easy if you're going to be a horrible hack.
I think
so. They that's what they did.
But
Those
see,
people exist.
And
we'll tag them in the show notes.
and with us being in Nashville, Tennessee, we have a lot of success in comedy here. A lot of people are booming here, and the majority of the success in this moment, this era of 2023, has come from clean comics.
Yeah.
We got Nate Bargatze, one of the best, one of the biggest comics in the world, just sold out Bridgestone. Follow behind him, his whole crew is clean.
Yeah, but I won't go into who.
And I only say that to say the new comics coming in the game, they looking at what's working.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So what your annoyance is, you're seeing these motherfuckers who don't want to put that work in. They're saying, well, fuck this. I'm going to go that way.
Well, there are, okay, so Nate's a perfect example too, where Nate is paid his dues in every possible way.
For sure,
is as funny as the dirty comics, and he's clean because I don't know him well enough to claim it, but he seems like that's who he is.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
Like same with our buddy Aaron Weber. Aaron Weber is a clean guy. That's why he does clean.
Right.
But there's so many comics who are horribly unfunny, and they're bombing at every open mic. And then you talk to them and they go, "I'm going clean," and you go, "What? You will do anything to get ahead in comedy except get funny. There's nothing you won't
if that
do."
don't work, he's going gay or black.
100. I'm dead serious. They'll be like, "I'll do anything, but I won't write jokes."
I figured it out.
Talk to me.
I figured it out.
All right, come on, bro.
This is, by the way, this is a good podcast.
Yeah, it is. This is fun.
Thank you, man.
This guy. It doesn't matter.
We took down big deodorant.
But I will say, I think that our opinions are products of the scenes that we're in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's the opposite. Where we all going art.
You guys are too free. You guys are way too free.
Right? Yeah. And then it's like at some point, some of us need to make decisions to go forward.
Yeah.
Because in Atlanta, in Atlanta, it's the opposite. Where like people will look at you funny for playing the game.
Yeah.
Because we're all pro art.
Well, I will say, Mike.
You get what I'm saying?
But here's what
there's a lot of comics in Atlanta that are fucking incredible.
But
they've been incredible for a long time, but they don't want to go out and play the game. So now you're saying it's just so much art is no business.
The people I'm talking about in our scene that do that and they go, "I'm going to be clean." In your scene, they do a different thing. They go, "I'm going to be
funny."
Well, sometimes they go, "I'm going to be so abstract and artsy that when I bomb, it's not because I suck. It's because you guys don't get it."
It depends, bro.
It definitely happens.
Those people exist, but I think that you have a higher influx of those. Because I'm thinking, because we got two scenes.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Atlanta has a black scene,
yeah,
and it has a mainstream scene. It's kind of three. Atlanta has a black scene, a mainstream scene, then it has the art scene.
Yeah.
So the art scene is where that applies for sure.
Well, I'm saying I guess I'm trying to make the larger point of not specific to Atlanta. The game changes depending on where you are, but people who are like, "Why are you playing the game in Atlanta?" are talking about our game, but they're still playing the game in Atlanta. There's very few people who are like, I'm just gonna be funny. I'm not gonna worry about playing it. It's like everybody has an angle. It just depends on what scene you're in.
But what I'm saying is, that what you speak of, like a going clean or whatever, those are decisions that a person makes in order to make money, right? What I'm saying in Atlanta, it's not as many of those options.
Yeah.
So a lot of us in Atlanta, we not it's only a few of us who are full time.
Yeah.
Like it's not a lot of road dogs that are in the city like that. So most people are playing like truly art games, right?
Yeah.
So when I see people who are actually making decisions to actually make a career, I can respect that because that's more of a rarity.
I think what you're saying is right.
One thing about Nashville comics, I always respect.
Motherfuckers is hustling.
Y'all cats is on the road.
Yeah.
You'll see a cat in 2 years. You'll see a cat in Nashville. Bro, swear to God, bro. I swear the other day, I saw a comedian from Nashville doing a show in Macon, Georgia. I was like, bro, I ain't never did a show. Macon is an hour and 30 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
What show did you find?
See that? Okay, I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. The reason I'm so tired of people trying to play the game and climb the ladder is because it's all anybody does, and some of them do it and are funny, and that's great. And some of them are like, I have no interest in being funny. I just want to play the game, and I hate that. But you're saying, no, you don't, because you guys are just like, it's almost weird too. In Atlanta, there are a lot of very funny people. Absolutely. And then you'd be like, how about you come to Nashville? And it's like you ask them, why don't you be a frontiersman? Why don't you get to Oregon in the 1800s? Like they act like it can't be done, and you're like, get in the car.
We got a system structure here. Y'all got a mainstream club.
Yeah, we do.
We got showcase clubs.
Yeah, you got
right? So in the showcase world, it's my 8 minutes versus your 8 minutes. We're not really opening up for people. It's been about us from the small set standpoint.
Sure.
In Zanies, it's headlining.
It's big heads coming through every week. Yeah.
So you trying to get on somebody's train.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Off, right.
Yeah. Because we got a good railroad system with good.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you trying to play the game to go somewhere.
Yeah.
We don't have that same structure, so we kind of playing our own little art.
But why do you think that is? Why can't Atlanta comics get on the road? Because the road is there.
I think that we don't have the structure. I think that Lucy has done a great job here of making a structure for a cat to move forward and go.
Yeah, Lucy has built a bunch of careers where you're like,
none of our bookers have like a Rolodex of connections of the other places to go to.
Yeah.
Or like,
and I guess it helps that the owner of Zany's owns another one and he's moving.
Absolutely.
Also, I will say, like, having Lucy to be like, especially when I started, you can be like, kind of, what's the move? And it's like, get to host, work up to feature. Right. They did do a good
really
job.
Care about comedy.
Yeah.
Like, think about it like this, bro. We don't have a lot of feature spots.
Yeah.
Like Atlanta is known for people. Well, I ain't gonna say this. I ain't gonna say this for everybody, but we have a lot of people who are some of the best 10-minute sets you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But if it gets longer than that,
also
they haven't had the opportunities to build those longer sets.
And you have people who will murder, high octane murder in that room, in that city. But if you go, hey, you're in Missouri, and these people don't know that YouTube video you're talking about, it's over. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that because we don't have that infrastructure, like great example, like I noticed that with Zany's comics, right? Once you get on, everybody's it's pros and cons, right? I noticed here it's kind of a singular avenue, right? You trying to get in Zany's, you trying to get booked there, and then hopefully you start featuring for somebody, and then you go about.
You also can do the road. Nobody does because they're lazy, but you can go host on the road and just get better. But God forbid anybody do that.
I'm not constricting because I really respect natural community. I'm not saying it like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's that path, and then there's a form mobility in that path. In Atlanta, it's a bunch of like showcase spots, right? So in Atlanta, you might could do stuff like you could probably get more. You could probably get on TV for like an acting thing. Yeah. Or you could probably or like you might get like
maybe getting a video music. There's a lot of artists down there. Music,
audition sets. You probably get followers and stuff that way. But it's not like a traditional
career building
through performing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
I made a movie with that guy at that club across the street from the Skull. This guy offered me money. Yeah, he offered me money to make a movie with him.
It's about backflipping?
I think Bulldogs is like an all-male strip club, right?
Yeah, Bulldog is a legendary.
Yeah, this guy with the handy cam, he was like, if you want to be in a video, If you want to be, I got $40. So there are opportunities.
No, but I think, bro, honestly, I am biased.
Can I ask this? I don't know this. Is it the same format, like more showcase spots for the black comedy scene in Atlanta, or is it different?
So, see, that's the thing too. I feel like it's definitely not. But how can I explain it?
Yeah, I've heard that you can you will get thrown into longer sets very fast in a black comedy scene.
Absolutely.
Just be like, you're going till
Absolutely.
the next person's ready.
Are like clubs, hookah lounges, bars, and stuff like that. So you can get, like, for instance, it might be promoters where you can get spots at this spot and that whatever. But as far as like structurally, it's not the same thing.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, think about it, like if I go and I become a regular at Zany's, then I can get access to comedy zone, get blah blah. But like, it's not that same infrastructure where like I might could get access to different promoters where I can get money.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you can get paid more on that side.
Yeah, but he's
But
never
not
heard
necessarily-
of Comedy Zone out there.
Absolutely. Like,
Right.
You might get paid more if you do like this promoter might hook you up with that promoter. And you might could go to Birmingham and get a good chunk of change.
But
Yeah.
it's the same type of
You're not auditioning for the
bar.
Funny Bones. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. It's not like it's not really like I felt like a thing to
Interesting.
achieve of a next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And comedy's the weirdest thing where when you start, you go, how does talking in this bar to strangers for 4 minutes ever lead to any career? It's
Yeah.
like hard to figure out. So it is. You need that scene that's like, this is what you do. This is how it
But
goes.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like the having a prominent club, I've seen how it helps y'all move forward. Like y'all have
and
a
I
clear-
appreciate the
you
outsider's
have a
perspective.
You have a clear goal.
Can I ask this? Why Atlanta has 3 or 4 clubs that are like they all seem to have different goals, but why is there not like a big flagship club chain thing?
So
Did
what
there
I
used to be?
understand, I think the real estate too high.
And people don't go out. What do you guys call it?
they
Outside the
used to have
perimeter?
an Improv. Right before I started, they had an improv, and I think that the improv closed down for some reason. I don't know. It was before I started, and I think ever since then, a bunch of other clubs been trying to come there, but I think it's too expensive.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you ever move?
So 2020, I was in New York, bro.
You like it?
The pandemic happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I was doing colleges.
Yeah,
I was staying
yeah,
I was staying with a friend. I'm about to move. I'm
Yeah.
trying to sign a lease.
What initially popped the move off? Well, you think I just need something different?
I was like, bro, I've been in Atlanta for a while. I finally started making money with stand up at that time.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, cool. So let's do it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, but I wanna move, but I just don't know how to do it financially, bro. I just don't know how to make it happen.
What city you got your eye on if money ain't an issue? Because, I mean, hell, by the time we shoot you again next year, it won't be an issue.
If I was gonna go to LA, bro.
Yeah, I feel that.
I was gonna go to LA. I feel like
that.
my reps is out there. I know folks out there. I was gonna go out there. I feel like going to New York for me would be starting over.
Yeah.
I would
For sure.
I would be going to like build myself up in a new
Start,
scene.
yep.
I'm an old man now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
I just don't want to live in. It's always it's the stuff outside of comedy, the lifestyle where I'm like, I don't want to live out there, man. I love a city where it's like, we're big enough, we got an NFL team, but I can also park ever.
Right.
There's a day where I can park.
Right.
And then my other issue too is like I want to visit Austin though.
It's hot as hell.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
That's the
It's
only thing.
119 degrees.
Well, my issue
at
my
all
other issue
times.
with Austin, I feel like
Let me know if you're good on time, too.
if I
Yeah. Oh, we're good. What are we at recording time wise?
110.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
just
bro. My
feel
bad.
like with Austin, I feel like I would have to go to Dallas and Houston a lot, bro.
It ain't that far, right?
Yeah, it's like an hour to Dallas, something like
I
yeah.
like that. Other than that summer, though, it is a motherfucker.
Dude, it's also
Tennessee
I
summer's
went,
getting too much.
I
for me.
went last year in September, like right around this time, and I was like, you can't wear jeans during the day, and I'm like, listen, as a lifestyle, I'm not wearing shorts 9 months of the year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I can't
And
do it.
I would have to get out the South. I don't want a remix of Tennessee. If I actually move out into,
yeah.
I would probably. I just came back from L.A. and of course the day I was there, they had a hurricane.
Yeah.
But I loved it out there. So if I had to go somewhere, but I ain't got nobody out there.
But
But I'm also an internet dude. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like I can just build my shit.
But
Really.
the issue with LA though, bro, it is not a lot of stage time. Man.
That's what I'm saying, and I ain't got time for that.
There's some other issues too, like no water supply and a homeless problem, and
fuck, we'll figure that out.
The whole
Where's the stage
potential earthquake
the stage time thing.
And it's a lot of people out there. It's a lot of people out there.
But look, bro. Look, I personally think that Nashville is one of the best scenes for progressing forward.
And we're working on changing that. We're gonna change that right now. Me and Josh.
Now,
we're about to ruin it.
Atlanta, I'm biased to Atlanta. I think Atlanta has a better sense of diversity of stages.
Sure.
Well, I think that you can get like one thing I disagree with you on. I think that you could get more well-rounded audiences wise in Atlanta. Because let me explain why.
Okay.
Because if you go 45 minutes any direction outside of Atlanta, you got the Nashville audience.
Right.
Do they go?
That's
that you do.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
But we both know comics.
I'm talking particularly what you can do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can certainly.
And as opposed to here, where it don't matter so much for y'all, Connor, but there is literally 0 black rooms.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but then, so mind you,
well, then where did I bomb 2 weeks ago? Huh?
yeah, the fucking Helen's.
Shout out Helen's Hot
The
Chicken.
Helen's Hot Chicken spot.
Yeah.
It's like shit like that. But the problem with that is sometimes being a black dude in a white room, it could give you a false sense of confidence because now I done my jokes here for a year. And you take it to black folk, and you were like, "Oh shit, this light as hell."
So
Absolutely.
I think you're right. Here's what I would say though: Nashville has a more, if you're talking about like the structure of comedy, there are some cities like Atlanta where you can really do like some artsy shit, especially inside the city. But most clubs across the country, would you know this from doing or like you go tour with somebody. They might do Chicago and Atlanta, but most places are zanies. Most places are like, and I think all that zany, because
it's America.
Yes, and a lot. Dude, also most comedy audiences are like, they're just not invested in any sort of identity. I think people who live in a major city are like, I live in a city, I'm hip, I'm up for you to try stuff. Most people in most places in the world are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but the kicker is, at the end of the day, funny's funny. So it don't matter if you black, white, green, yellow, what the crowd is. Funny is funny. At the end of the day.
I disagree with that. I'm a big anti-funny is funny person.
Okay. We gonna get
I'm a big I am anti-funny. Every comedian say that. I try to argue.
Yeah. All right, I want to hear that. But I say funny is funny because, fuck, I lost it.
I'm sorry.
No, you good because I need to hear that. Oh, funny is funny. Oh, but it's there. Black and white humor is different. Meaning, if
we're the same, we just do things.
But no. I'm telling you. And it's like
call back.
And like I think my point in saying that is like if it's a mixed crowd, it don't matter because now it don't matter. But if it's just Asians. Or if it's just blacks, or if it's just Mexicans, there's a cultural thing happening now.
Listen, nothing you said was wrong, but the way you said that made me laugh so hard.
You're gonna be in a room and it's just gonna be Mexicans in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But like, especially in black, it's just I had to learn because I remember I did my first black room drunk as hell. I was just so nervous because I was afraid. My whole thing was I've been doing comedy for a year and didn't do a black room. I'm thinking, I ain't funny probably. And they about to tell me that. And if I bomb here tonight, I might not do comedy.
Do you remember what you told me about black rooms one time? This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I also think it's probably true. I was like, because I was like, they hate self-deprecating shit as far as I can tell. Like if you go up in a white room and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing up here, they'll laugh. And then if you do that in a black room, they'll be like, then why are you up here?
Right.
And I said that to you, and you said, because a lot of them think they could do it better than you.
For sure. Most you go to a black room, they thinking, this nigga up here. I can do this shit.
So
I don't think that's most audiences. I think that's specific to black audiences.
People are funny as hell. Yes. And they know they're funny. They make people laugh. Their uncle's funny. So when they see you, they thinking, man, I fuck around.
I think it's the second part to it too. Like,
talk to me.
I'm a person who absolutely started off in the laughing skulls and the Starbucks and stuff.
Yeah.
And later on transitioned and became more even-handed.
Sure.
Right. And I think that a big thing that it's not just that they think that they could be up there. It's also that growing up, the funniest person in the room was the coolest guy.
Yeah.
And it's not the same with white folks.
Not at all. Yeah.
White folks, the funny guy was always kind of lame to them.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so with black people, The funniest dude was the coolest dude.
He was.
So if you go up
and
there,
he's a dangerous dude.
Absolutely.
Because he'll fuck up your whole day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so if you go up there and you're like, I hate myself. They're like,
Yeah.
That's not funny.
They're like, we hate you too.
You a loser, bro.
Yeah.
Get your loser self out of here. Versus with white people, they're like, yeah, the funny dude does hate himself.
Yeah. It's also, so
That's a fact, though.
when I never saw it until I moved to Nashville and started going to Zanies. But like, there are black comics who sell out every weekend at Zanies, but they don't seem to cross over. Like I went last year. I went to the 3 live shows I went to at Zanies. Corey Holcomb, Lavelle Crawford, Earthquake.
Ghost.
All 3 of those dudes are insanely funny. Like, but I don't know. They don't really. I mean, Lavelle has Breaking Bad and shit, but a lot of them, you go in the room. It's an all-black audience, and they're killing so hard. Yeah, and you're like, this is an insane.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. This is a person who decided I'm not doing mainstream. I found my audience, and I'm only talking to them.
But they kind of are mainstream because they just sold out 8 shows.
But what happens is you're so good though.
Yeah,
it's like you kind of become mainstream. But you can say that about fucking.
It's also the level of energy with the like nobody.
That's the era of comics.
I just have a problem with that though.
What's that?
Cause like, bro, people play like and I know I just use these terms too, so I'm a hypocrite, but I just feel like I don't like when we start playing like mainstream is white and urban is black. I just hate it because like, bro. Lavelle, like you said, they selling that club just like everybody else. But you categorize it different because the audience looks different.
I guess I say mainstream because
no, I'm not talking about you.
No, of course. But that's a good point, and I realize I hate that too. But I think it's because sometimes if you're just killing in a black room or a Mexican room because it's a minority group, it can feel like an underground. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It can feel like that.
Yeah.
But if you see white people who find out about like an Earthquake show and they go, they're dying. So it's not a question of like, it's not that he's only killing for that audience. It's just that audience is only coming for that.
And he's not trying to expand.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Them, they're in improvs.
They're selling out weekends everywhere.
And so my thing is like, I think that notion is, I just don't like it because it's like the only difference. It's what the audience.
It's also not with the internet.
They're selling out every room.
That's mainstream.
You know what I'm saying? That's mainstream.
No, they are mainstream.
But with the internet too, especially, like the internet has changed it where it's like now there's like older black comics like that guy, those type of guys. But there's also the internet. You can find your own lane. So there's all sorts. So mainstream now means less than ever. But also and I've been waiting 7 years to say this. Urban doesn't make any sense because urban just means city, and city does not mean black because everybody. It's like it'd be funny if we called it like rural and urban comedy. You'd be like, "What are you doing? Just call it white and black."
Urban always just sounds like I don't necessarily want to say black right now.
It's my most nervous aunt trying to describe a black person.
There was an urban fella.
Urban, flat hat brim comedy,
right?
Whatever,
like,
crazy.
Bro,
right?
You'll say somebody like I can't name one. Like, what's a mainstream white comedy club comedy? Like a strong comedy club comedy.
I mean, I think like there's all those New York guys like Sam Morril or
maybe Sam Morril.
Yeah.
Bro,
Dale Jones is the man, by the way.
Huh?
Dale Jones is the man. If you say Dale Jones, I have to mention. Yeah, no.
What I'm saying is. Lavelle, Earthquake, Corey Holcomb.
Yeah.
They selling the same amount of tickets to the same places.
I don't think people.
But I just don't like the mindset of like, oh, we restructuring what they doing is different.
Yeah.
When it's the same tickets, the same place.
It is.
And especially now, dude, it's like Zanies will have podcasts and magicians and all sorts of shit that isn't mainstream. It's not even comedy.
Absolutely.
And it's like we still call that mainstream because it's just I think also though it's tricky because there's huge numbers of people who are nervous to say it's a black comedy show, but they don't. It's not anything wrong with saying it.
I found out an angle I can argue with Mandal on because our good friend John Chris,
black
is
comic,
selling out theaters all over the country.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we can say that he's not mainstream.
He's not mainstream
right?
at all. He's massively popular, but he's niche as hell.
But I think that goes to your point, maybe of the internet. Mainstream is almost dwindling.
Yeah. Dude, it used to be like everybody watched Friends. Now it's like I don't know half the shit that people watch. You know what I mean? Everything's fractured. Yeah. Everybody's got a lane.
Is that better? I think that's better though.
I think it's better for us.
I just want us to get away from that notion of like
white is better.
Because your audience is black, it ain't mainstream.
Yeah.
Right, that's real.
If
That's
it's
real.
the same club,
Right.
Would it
the
still
same
bother?
seat and the same tickets, and I'm selling it out,
Right.
But
that's
would it
mainstream.
Right,
would
that's
it
real.
bother you if somebody said it's a black comedy show or a white comedy show?
I need
Okay.
to know that.
Yeah.
Actually.
No,
I gotta know that before I get there.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Yeah, I need to
also,
know that.
my favorite part of going to Lavelle and Earthquake is when I go in and people are like, I'm like, yeah, I found out about it. I know it's really good.
Absolutely.
It's fun to be
I
here.
don't think nothing's wrong with saying that at all, because that's just what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's an issue when you act like one audience is better than the other,
Right.
based on nothing.
Yeah.
Nah.
The tickets are the same.
Nah.
The place is the same. The tickets are sold out.
Real.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Also,
But
it's
I do want to argue this funny is funny thing.
Okay, yeah, let's get back to that. Yeah, funny,
Bro,
funny. Why is funny
I'm
not funny?
a big person. Let me tell you something. Like I said, life is about that worm, man. Sometimes you're in that dirt, sometimes you're in that apple.
I got merch that says it.
And I think that I just don't agree. And this gonna come back to the artist thing, bro.
Yeah.
If I, like I said earlier, I was at the Lizard Convention. They got chameleons.
Yeah.
I mean, they sticking a tongue out, they catching the flies.
Mm-hmm.
If I wrote a whole bunch of bits about that,
Yeah.
and I went to every Lizard Convention and I ripped.
Mm-hmm.
That is funny to somebody.
Yeah, but not.
Now, if I go to Zany's and I do all my lizard bits, it's gonna be.
But
That's the important
So
point.
how you can say that? So funny can't. I just think that you can't negate what somebody else might.
But
Find
no, I'm gonna
hilarious.
tell you why funny is still funny. Because with the people from Zany's, it might not be funny there, but the people there have to understand. They gotta jump in their head. Like if you take those people individually and say, "Bro, check out this lizard video." After about 10 of them, then you did the bits.
Yeah.
He gonna be like, "Damn," you see what I'm saying? So it is funny, but they didn't climb up there with you.
But I think I'm leaning towards Mandal's side on this because
okay.
I'm physically leaning toward. I think one of the things that I like about club comics and road dogs is whatever. This is my goal in comedy. Put me wherever, and I will make this work. I will make it funny.
Sure.
If you need all sorts of, if
true.
I have to know
Gotta explain
Elvish or what type, lizards bathe on rocks or whatever they do, then I'm out. It's got to be. You have to be all terrain. I'm not saying you have to make every crowd laugh.
It's not funny.
Yeah. Well, but
The road dog, when you go everywhere and you kill every club, and then a person says that dude ain't funny, that's a liar.
Well, dude, all right, like Earthquake and my mom, most different humans on the planet.
Yeah.
And Earthquake can make my mom laugh.
He's
funny. That's funny.
Yes.
But like, there's a comic named Tim the Dairy Farmer. I don't know if he's good, but I know he does like dairy farmer jokes.
Yeah, I get
that's
that.
not making my mom laugh.
Right.
So I think we need a third party to be like, can you make a stranger laugh? If you need it to be your audience,
Now tell me this: if a good comic that you respect
Thank
says
you.
something like, Jerry Seinfeld isn't funny," now we gotta argue.
Yeah, now I just think you're wrong because it's like even if you don't like it, Seinfeld's not my favorite comic, but he's a great comic.
No objective to it's not.
It's like food. I compare comedy to food.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
I don't like that though,
to
bro.
me, it's like saying that
It is subjective.
It's like food where you can say,
I'm a person who. Guess what, man? I only heard one bluegrass song in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of bluegrass music.
Yeah.
I can't say that bluegrass might be bad to me.
he checks his phone as bluegrass music.
Bluegrass might be bad to me, but other people love that.
Yeah.
So to them, bluegrass is
Sure.
good.
I get that.
I
Yeah.
just think that's a big issue with comedy, bro. We need to have genres, bro.
Okay, here's what I'll say though. We can't say what's good, but we still
like
can say
that.
some stuff sucks. Like food is the same way.
Bro,
You're like, no one thinks worms are good food.
I like
we all
that
agree
idea,
on
though.
that.
Can we break down some genre? What would the genres be?
Absolutely. Okay.
I know we
bro.
got just clean and dirty kinds of genre.
Yeah.
Are we talking black or white? How are we breaking it
I
down?
think you can do it by.
I think urban.
Variation. I mean, great example. Not at all. Like great
I think
example,
mainstream and urban.
Great example, bro. Comedy is the only
And
thing
Mexican.
when you like. I want to go to a comedy show.
Yeah.
You ain't never. No music lovers like. I'm just going to the music
Dude,
show.
and that's the kiss of death for us. When somebody goes, I'm going to a comedy show, you go, oh, don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You're
if
not
I
what we
like
want.
Music, I didn't even know it's rap. I
Oh,
didn't know it's jazz.
you want to get deeper off in
Yeah.
that thing? What kind of music we talking? What kind of comedy we
Exactly.
talking?
Like, I'm I consider myself a music lover.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't just go to a
random
general music show.
Yeah, it's just
You know
live
what?
music.
That's a perfect point. You know, if you meet somebody and they go, I love comedy, you go, all right. But if you met someone and they went, I love music, you'd go, all right, well, don't look him in the eye.
Absolutely.
He's about to bite.
Absolutely. It's a certain type of music that everybody likes. It's a certain type of
That's real. That's
R&B.
real.
R&B.
real music, right?
Check out. Seriously,
You got a title for the album yet?
we got to plug all your things.
I think the album gonna be called Real R&B Music Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Is that insinuate we got Volume 2 coming?
On the way.
And not only does it insinuate, it commits him to it.
On the way.
He could just do this and then call the next one Volume 2,
I
but he
think
said, no.
I think I'm gonna do Real R&B Music Volume 1. Shout out to Rob Page, who gave me this idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Real R&B Music Volume 1, then I'm gonna do Real R&B Music Volume 3. I'm gonna skip 2. I'm gonna skip 2. 2 is gonna be.
All right, dude. That's the perfect Mandal note to end on, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Well, folks, I guess, man, tell them where they can find you.
Find them.
This is your camera here. Tell them exactly where they can find you.
Don't find me, find God. Find your Lord and Savior.
All right, we'll put him in the show notes.
Thank y'all so much for having
We'll just put
me.
God on there.
Shout out to Connor House. Shout out to the dog with the missing leg.
Oh, yeah, that's wild.
She's a bad listener.
Well,
Bad
all right,
listener.
man. I am at Sir Joshua Black. Where can they find you, bro?
At Connor Larsen Comedy.
And we are at Comedy Country Podcast everywhere. Check us out. YouTube, TikTok, Christian Mingle, Pornhub. See you bastards later. We out of here. Peace.
Sweet. Awesome.
That was great.
That was great, man.
I hope that was a good one.
That was the
That was incredible. Definitely the easiest one.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I felt like it was funny and we started having like a real